Alright guys, so this is a pre-recorded game between me and my friend playing two other players online. This is on Pripyat, and I decided to do just a game cast on this because my recording software wasn't really running very well when me and my friend were playing this. So yeah, here we go. This is on the map named Pripyat. We're both playing as the Axis, or Axes. Some people call them the Axes. I like to call them the Axis. But we'll take off Fog of War so we can see what everyone else is doing. So the first thing that they seem to be doing, of course, is going for the capture points, which is what usually everyone does.
A squad of pioneers has arrived.
And that's of course what I'm doing. And of course, I think right here I started to build a tier 1, just the infantry.
Pioneer squad.
Yeah, the infantry company, which allows me to produce heavy machine guns, mortars, and snipers, and of course grenadier squads. I was talking to my friend here, and I said that we should probably take these two top victory point controls, because those would probably be the easiest for us to control. And as I thought, of course I couldn't see this at this point, but they were going for that bottom.
We claimed it for the fatherland.
And here right now will be the first battle, I believe, of the game. Yep, here we go.
Enemy troops attacking. Down the attack. They're killing us.
At this point, I saw their conscript squad, and I decided to back up in that heavy recover because I knew I wasn't going to be able to win that fight.
These fascists have some fight in them.
Now, I don't really know what this guy was thinking about pulling his troops up to here and pulling his combat engineers back, but I don't know. I mean,
Stand and shoot.
I guess it worked for him. I don't know.
Stalin sent his dogs.
At this point, once again, I decided to fall back in that heavy cover, and because there's no way I was gonna beat 3 conscript squads.
Scharfschütze has arrived.
And I don't know what this guy kept doing with pulling his infantry back, but at this point, I produced a sniper over here. I'm gonna be bringing him up
Taking fire from Ivan.
to help support my pioneer squad.
Upgrade accomplished. Under enemy fire. Nothing will not save you. Killing the enemy will.
And it's a good thing that my friend there set up that MG vent from anyone coming up through here, which actually turned out to be a big problem. And
We have casualties.
if I remember correctly, I think I blew up this bridge later. It was just getting annoying. And I decided to, well, I really didn't decide to, I was gonna have them retreat, but I think currently I was working with my sniper, and my pioneers that actually got killed off. And I don't know why, but my sniper just would not shoot them from that spot over there. And then he was being super stupid. So I had to retreat him. Basically, that did not work out well for me. And they're just gonna chase after me and my allies. One squad. I don't know why or what he was thinking, but finally flips this thing around and gets it to cover these guys. But they just just as he sets it up, they get out of range, and now they've kind of trapped themselves because they can't go up that bridge. It's not repaired yet.
Soviet forces are engaging us!
At this point, I got my sniper back into play, and then I got a grenadier squad coming in, along with this grenadier squad. I just didn't even decide to go and attack these guys because I was just gonna straight up go for this victory point control to help bring their forces down, to avert their attention.
Infantry has spotted me!
I really like to go for guerrilla warfare because that way, if you keep your enemy's troops moving around and stuff, and to where they can't build up defenses, then I never noticed that. This guy's he's just gliding. He can teach Michael Jackson a few things. Of course, Michael Jackson did it backwards, but so at this point, I was talking to my friend, and we noticed that these guys were capturing the victory point control. So I really had to get my button gear to capture this one, and hopefully they'd bring these few squads that they have down, which that's what it looks like is happening. They're gonna bring this engineer squad, which really isn't like a huge. What I really wanted to happen, I really want them to bring all their squads down, which I seem to have bad timing. There's no way that I can bring these guys down when they're trying to capture this. Same with these, they're way up here. It's just kind of bad timing, but I do end up bringing these guys and these guys. Which there's no way this one grenadier squad's gonna be able to keep them. So I'm just gonna stay on the move, because at this point now they don't know where I am. They just know I'm in this vicinity. Like I said, guerrilla warfare is like my main tactic. And I kind of failed to micromanage here. I left my sniper there for a while because he wasn't, like, I don't know if I wasn't using him right or what, but it just wasn't working out for me. He still got his MG squad set up, which should have it up here because, of course, now my troops are down here. And he's recapping this victory point control, and of course these guys are going back up over here. I believe that I decided to send one troop, I'll send one squad back down here to because one grenadier squad could easily take out this conscript squad. I'll leave these guys to take out this oh gosh. Well, I'm just gonna call it a fortification right now. Fuel or munitions cache. Sometimes it could be either one. I know that you could set up fuel or munitions points, and from there it'll give you a bonus onto that point. You can only set it up into like standard strategic points or standard territory points. You can't set them up on a munitions point or a fuel point. You can only set them up on standard
engaged by Red Army forces!
Standard territory points. And so I finally got my tier 2 up, and I'm this one, right? No, this one. And I'm bringing in some Panzer Grenadiers, which are actually really good. And I'm saving up my munitions, my manpower, because I'm going to later on produce a big wave of Panzer Grenadiers.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
You can teach an old dog new tricks!
And once again, I'm doing guerrilla warfare. I'm bringing these guys up to this point because these guys are really setting up in this biggest one clutch. You see, we've got 2 heavy machine guns, an infantry squad of flamethrowers, and another infantry squad. Some of them back, but at this point, I had to retreat.
We're dying here!
There's no way of Oh wow.
Infantry squad has
I
been
swore
killed.
I saved those guys in the game.
We are ready for action.
These guys want to move up and take this point right here. And these guys are going to help support this Grenadier squad. And right now I've got my sniper out here taking off guys because there's so many of them. My friend's got a scout car out right now.
Safety is on!
I really like the graphics that they do with this game because, I mean, in Company of Heroes 2, the first one, City of those ones, you kind of saw the same animations sometimes over and over, which kind of got old, but I mean, it was still good animations, but I played it so much that it... And right now we're going to be taking on this crew gun. I think they really improve on this, but sometimes when you throw a grenade, your squad will run up to the grenade where they threw it, and they'll end up killing themselves. I think I know there's a beta, but in the full game, I really want to make sure that they.
Taking rounds!
Well, it'd be really nice if they made sure that your squad full of retarded idiots.
Yeah?
Suicide squads, basically. I kind of failed there again on micromanaging. I wanted to flank these guys with the ocean, but I grenade instead. I got one of them, which is alright. Currently, my friend's dealing with these guys up here with Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers, and it's pretty much sealed. Now, there's no action going down on here because, once again, my guerrilla warfare is working out for me. If you keep them moving, they'll go to where you're capturing points, or where your troops are. And then, if they're smart, which I think they're doing right now, is they'll send some squads down through here and try to take this. Of course, I didn't know this though because of Fog of War. I just have the Fog of War unselected right now, just so you guys could see what they're doing too. And it looks to me like they really want to make sure, because the Germans are all about armor, so they're definitely preparing for that. I don't know why these guys are pulling them backward and these guys are pushing, but I don't know. They're really sending a big force down here.
The enemy is attempting to
And I don't
steal
know
our sector.
what my friend's doing up here, but I wasn't really paying attention to him at that point. Right now I was just regrouping and I was building a fuel cache. I believe it was fuel cache that I was building here. Yeah, fuel cache. Because Germans need fuel because they're full of just all kinds of armaments in
Panzer
big
Grenadiers!
armor, tanks, you know, all that kinds of stuff. I think the best unit though overall for the Germans is the Panzer Grenadiers. They're so versatile. They're good against infantry, and they're also good with light armor, or even sometimes a medium armor with their Panzerschrecks. And once they get to a veteran state, they can actually have an upgraded Panzerschreck, which is literally the original Panzerschreck. And yes, there's two. There's I don't know why they call these the Panzerschrecks, but you can upgrade it into the actual Tank Terror Panzerschreck. That's what Panzerschreck means, Tank Terror. It actually says it right there, up at the top. And so, since they were capturing this victory point control, and well, they already did, I decided to capture this middle one with my Panzer Grenadiers. Once again, to keep them oh yeah, right there, I decided, they had two anti-tank guns, and my friend's scout car was, oh yeah, it's right here. It was right here, and it was about to get destroyed because my friend was AFK for a little bit. So I threw some smoke bombs so they could take it out.
Smoker smoke drop. Ready to fly.
Now these T-70s are so overpowered for running this, for the cost and what damage you can do with them. They're so fast, and they just absolutely kill infantry. Fast, extremely fast. The only way to really kill them is with a tank or some kind of tank destroyer, because the infantry, if you try to get them up with some of the Panzer strikes or something, it'll kill the squad before you can even get a shot off on it.
To die in such a miserable place.
Right now, me and my friend are a little bit disorganized, but we regroup a little bit, and I get my half-track set up with Flame and Wolfers, as in the original Company of Heroes. That's what they call them, I believe. And you'll see that in action. It's really useful.
Enemy is attempting to steal our
At this
sector.
point, they're pushing really strong in the middle, so I was telling my friend that maybe we should do a little bit more guerrilla warfare, and if I'm correct, I believe that I push up down through the bottom here again, and you'll see like just the whole entire front line right here in the middle just recede and then try to come back, and then from there I'm able to recap what they just captured. I love this tactic. It works for about any map against any player. It's great, but you have to be the one on the offensive. Even though that they're taking the offensive right now, you have to be the aggressive one with the guerrilla warfare. Right now, I've got two squads of Panzer Grenadiers here, just sitting here. So once again, I'm failing at micromanaging. But you know, of course, I couldn't see this anti-tank squad with my half-track, but I decided to attack them anyways because they're using their artillery part, so they're not going to be able to attack with their anti-tank. Just look at them die. I mean, it's just they're dying so fast that they can't even put men on the gun to fire or move it. This thing is definitely a good unit to have. Anti-tank guns fired on me, and I was like, screw that, I'm out of here. I decided to take the anti-tank gun and use it against them, against their scout car. Or not. I don't know what's going on. Could have swore I used that one. Maybe not. Well, anyways, I just decided to screw it with this scout car. If you want to, you can follow me. I'm just gonna go and take out this other anti-tank gun, because at the moment my friend just built this tier 3, and I built mine too, the support armor corps. So you can produce, you know, the Stug, Flak Panzer, Ostwind, Panzer 4, all the heavy hitters.
Standing by! I'm so sick of these Russian assholes!
And if I'm correct, I don't believe I end up taking out this anti-tank gun because of this guy right here. But still, I think I took out the conscript squad up here, which, you know, better than that. Finally get Panzer strikes on these guys. Down to one guy, and he just will not shoot at him, so I was just like, screw it. Retreat. Don't you guys just hate it when, like, you go to try to attack someone and it just takes forever for your troops to fire? At this point, my troops are just getting absolutely murdered. And this is one big problem I have with the current Company of Heroes padding system, is the retreat pattern. I mean, obviously, the safer route would have been to come down through here and retreat back to where there was nobody here. These guards rifle at the time were I think over here by this victory point, and come up through here instead of following that I don't know what it's even called, the ZSU M17. Instead of following that thing and getting murdered, he could have easily retreated the safer route. I think they need to change their pathing a little bit for the retreat system into more of what's safer, not quicker. And this T-34 just absolutely gets destroyed by R2 anti-tank guns. It had no chance. Finally got my Panzer Strikes back into full strength, and I'm actually pumping them out right now quite a bit. And I always keep a good manpower. I don't like to just roll a whole bunch of troops out there because sometimes you just can't manage them. So I like to reserve my manpower in case they have a huge attack and then I produce a lot to counterattack them. So I produced my stick, and you'll see it in action here in a bit. It's actually pretty good unit. I finally took out this SCU with my anti-tank damage. So, and like I said, this thing is so great. I mean, it just totally rips apart this machine gun squad. No doubt about it. And as you can see here, they're building up a pretty decent sized force here with another scout car. But for some reason it has a different skin. I don't know if it's probably produced from the other player, that's why. And I think I was at this point. I was looking at it initially, that's why I kind of took a while to get these. But these guys have just made it worse. They got themselves in a heavy cover, and so now they're just getting At this point, I couldn't see this guy. I just couldn't see him follow the war. I was too late. It was lost mistake. Right now, you'll see in a few moments, because right now I'm dealing with these guys. You'll see in a few moments, I'll move all three of these squads down into here, and I believe I end up taking quite a bit of this territory, which once again makes them move around. And once again, you'll just see this crew get demolished by this flaming half track. If I would have been smart enough, I would have produced more of this. Once again, these T-70s. I played a game a while ago where, seriously, I lost the game because this guy produced like 5 T-70s. I could not have an infantry squad on the field for more than a minute without him killing. Just totally demolishing them. Like I said, I'm bringing up my Panzer Grenadiers up through here. Gonna capture quite a bit of this territory and make them split their forces again. And my friend was telling me that there's some infantry squad up here, which there is. There's this grenadiers. I mean, not grenadiers. These combat engineers. My bad. I don't know what. I don't know what my half track is doing. Oh yeah, my friend told me that he could handle it with these Panzer Grenadiers. So. And you see these Panzer Strikes in action. They're actually pretty nice. And once again, this T-70, you'll see it. This T-70 totally wipes out all 3 of these squads. And of course, that was a really good shot by that T-34 to take out that squad. So now I have no anti-tank.
Enemy contact! It's
Here comes the T-7. I hate this tank so much. Whenever I play as a Russian, though, I love it. I bring out at least 4 of these guys. And I don't know why they're out of this thing, I think I only get these guys. It was a pretty bad massacre. And here comes conscripts trying to take the
Opponents are
victory point
seizing the
control.
sector.
And I'm like, nope, not happening. But I end up meeting this guy. I'm just like, man, we're gonna give two shits. We're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna have a big collision. And like,
Finally have a Panzerschrecks.
I don't even know what happened there, but they kissed.
Requested units have arrived.
My friend's got his stug in here, so at least got the speed. And which was really stupid. His stug actually hit my half track, damaged it. At this point, I think I lose my half track, but yeah, I believe I get it back later because it'll be actually quite a ways later. I do get it back because that's one piece of equipment that is, or a unit that is really nice to
You have
have.
been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
It's good for if someone's trying to capture your territory and you don't really have any troops over there. It's really good, fast reaction unit. You can come and take out those infantry units really easily too. This T-70 just destroys this anti-tank gun, and my friend really wasn't paying attention, I guess, because oh, I don't know what he was doing.
Enemy is attempting to steal
Now
our sector.
I've got these guys. I think they have a 10 check that I picked up with DP40. Yeah, totally just demolished this scout car. And now they're just gonna stand there all pretty like and enjoy the flames. And now it's time to go capture this victory point control again. You'll see me do this throughout the game all the time. Just bring infantry squads down here, capture this territory a little bit, make them come back down, and because as you can see, they're trying to bring up troops up here. And this is like me and my friend's second time playing on this map, and we're always talking, how did these guys get up here? Because you'll see us like lock down this victory point control, and we don't see anyone coming through, and that's the only way we thought that they could come up here. But there's actually this little riverbed right here that they come through all the time, and it's just we didn't figure it out to the very end of the map. It was bad. I ended up picking up this anti-tank gun and kind of running away a little bit. But I get it set up to where we could both cover each entrance with the anti-tank, because that seems to be the only thing they have really is vehicles, scout cars, T-70s. I think there's this another scout car. Where is that one? T-34 and this an assault gun. It's like an artillery gun basically. And these conscripts have no chance against us. Where's my third squad? I could have swore I had a third squad. Oh, that's right. I thought I'm up here. Once again, this T7 is pissing me off. I'll just do that. Unless we don't have any anti-tank. I didn't know that this fire could actually burn you, but I guess you can. So I retreated both my squads because there's no way I was going to defeat that T-70. Like I said, those things are so overpowered against this infantry. And we get this Stug to finally take out this T-34, and I'm building some artillery, which actually is kind of useful. But I didn't use it to its maximum. And I think it ends up getting destroyed. But I used it a couple times, and it worked pretty well. Unlike the Russians' artillery, it's not super powerful, but it's really fast and accurate. It reloads really fast. Sorry, but yeah, like down here, this barrage, its cooldown is super fast. has an extremely fast cooldown, so you can just keep firing barrages and barrages non-stop. Right now I'm getting my Panzer Grenadiers regroup back together, and I'm going to send them all down back into the southern part. I think I'll end up taking their T-70 finally, and their T-34.
We are losing a sector.
Yep. We're about to make these guys, I believe. Getting my anti-tank squad back into here, back into its original position, so we can cover that bridge. And I believe I've got it set up now to where I can both cover this and a little bit of this, because you only need to cover it from this wall, because, you know, of course, tanks can't drive through this water right here. Artillery on this point right here. There was these guys, but this Pinot squad. Yeah, that was kind of a slow reaction, but I barely even got a shot. But the investigate is such light on. My anti-squad flipped around, so we can take out this T-34. So I'm shooting them with an anti-tank gun, finishing it off. And actually, I think I'm gonna push through the middle this time, because we need to cut off these guys coming up through here and taking this top, because my friend's having quite a bit of trouble with them. I think that's what we were discussing at that point. My friend ended up doing another of his anti-tank squad. We'll get that. I don't know if we'll get that back, actually. I don't think we really needed it. But I ended up throwing a grenade, which totally rips apart their little huddle that they had. The Panzer Grenadiers cluster grenade, or bundled model grenades, is actually really useful. It's really good. It's kind of high for munitions, but it's worth it. This, I believe, is where we get my half-track back.
Half-track awaiting orders.
I just go ahead and retreat this guy, because there's no point in keeping him there. It's only one guy. Not gonna do anything. And I'm getting this half-track back to my engineers, which are in my base, actually. So that he can be repaired, because he's got engine damage and his health is super low.
Territory taken. Push on. I'm taking off the right.
Now at this point,
We've been promoted.
I would if I had 4 troops in this, either one of these squads, I would have taken this anti-tank gun. But ended up not doing that because I didn't want to, because it takes 3. If you use a 3-man squad to crew a 3-man gun, then it takes away your entire squad, and I'd rather have those Panzer Grenadiers than this anti-tank squad. And I'm bringing my anti-tank gun up, hopefully to do something against this T-70, but T-70 ends up coming back, pulling back, and they bring in their penal schools. Oh man, I had a hiccup there, sorry. And they bring up their, actually I think this is a conscript. No, this is Penal Squad.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Nothing really I can do against them with my anti-tank squad, but fire out of because I'm bringing up these
Standing by.
Panzer Grenadiers, and I'll be able to take out these guys.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And there goes my anti-tank squad. And oh my gosh, wow.
The sector has been cut off.
That was a bad grenade, and I just failed to. I don't think I was even looking at that point. I think I was concentrating down here because these guys were capturing my territory. That was a pretty bad
Sector.
But I bring in a Panther, which is a total game changer right here. We're actually losing kind of bad, 630 to 838. I bring in this Panther, and it kind of changes the tide. I ended up firing some artillery down here. There's victory point control. I believe I took out one of their heavy machine gun guys. I think, I don't know where it was, but I remember in this game, hopefully I can find it. I used this artillery on, I was firing at some point, and this one, the enemy had a, one crew that was retreating. They only had one man left in it, and the shell landed right on top of him, and I was like, yes! It was just that awesome feeling of destroying a crew, or a squad, whatever you want to call them. At this point, I was like, I'm not even gonna mess with that. Yeah, keep going. I wasn't gonna mess with that MG squad because they've got a tank destroyer up here. Which, I mean, they're friendly grenadiers, easily handled it, but I just bring it up. I'm pretty sure I bring my. This is where I lose my.
Target would be good.
But if I'm not correct, I believe I do.
Soviets are attacking!
I love the new how trees can actually catch on fire, though. I mean, like if some guys are here and you have a flamethrower squad, some flames into the trees, they would actually catch on fire. They could eventually actually burn down this whole forest area. This half track is super screwed. My opinion, Shreks. Yeah, there's no chance of this time. T-70 finally destroyed.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We have killed it.
2 shot. Pretty bad.
Standing by.
I love this thing.
Keep it short.
Panther is actually a really good tank. It's in the first Company of Heroes. Sorry about my playlist, but in the first Company of Heroes, the Panther is mainly used for anti-tank. But this can actually be upgraded with the pintle-mounted MG42 machine gun, and it's actually a pretty good anti-tank too. As you can see, although it didn't really get to be put into action because of this half track. Anyway, so at this point, they're starting to reform their line, and they're trying to push up to this top here, but they won't really do anything because my friend has pretty decent sized squads up there that'll be pretty easy to deal with this. And I believe I take out this assault gun with my Panther. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, I do. Just because it took out the.
We have taken out an SU-76.
Love the. I just absolutely love the graphics in this game. It's amazing.
Taking mortar fire.
And this isn't even on the highest settings because my computer was running kind of slow this day. Because I was doing a few updates and they needed to be done, but also I couldn't do this game at a different time because my friend was. I think he was getting prepared to leave to one of his relatives. So we had to do it while my computer had to update. It was a required update for Windows. And yeah, so it's not on the highest settings. I'll do one on the highest settings though here in a while if you guys like this video enough and subscribe. I'll do another Company of Heroes 2 gameplay, and this one will actually be live. I'll be able to I got my recording software back together and I can actually do a live recording, so it won't be a cast. My friend's not connection, but we both can do that quite a bit. At this point, I'm bringing in another tank destroyer. Nope.
Ja?
Panzer Grenadiers are my favorite squad. So I end up taking this victory point control here and pushing through into here. I get my artillery man again, and this is kind of that turning point, as I was saying. Kind of punched a hole through their line because they had all three victory points. And I don't end up taking out this tank destroyer with my Panzer Grenadiers because that's going to micromanage. I think I was dealing with moving around units up here. But, wow. I need to work on my micromanaging. Okay, here we go. Finally, get these guys moving again. Come out from the rear. And this tank destroyer is gone. The guy's not even moving. He's just not even gonna try. Love the explosions and the physics. Absolutely love it. Anyways, I'm just keeping my Panther here to just watch this this railroad right here, this entrance point. And I had to retreat my. I did have a squad here, but I had to retreat them. And I get my half track moving out. I hate this T-70. This is another thing. It's armor, even tanks and stuff, is still hard to control these guys because they're so fast and maneuverable. I bring my half track up here to hopefully try and cut off this point where people are coming through and take out this. Oh my gosh. Every time I see this happen, it's funny. Destroy and demolish. It's just makes me so happy. Okay, so we'll test out the anti-infantry. This was a full squad. They're down to one guy with this Panther. So they make the Panther a lot more useful in this game, and you can use this blitzkrieg tactic to make it move really fast, but sometimes tanks are a little slow. And so you can use that blitzkrieg tactic to get it to move faster. Another thing, once again, is a prime example. These guys just aren't shooting. They're just not shooting. I hate it.
No fucking enemy tank shooting at us.
Sucks. Another turning point in this war, or this battle, is my friend built up a lot of units and is now starting this huge counter assault. This is the main turning point. And this is the part I believe where this is where we started. For the Panther though, to really use his anti-personnel abilities, you kind of have to move it up closer. And there goes my engineer squad. I wasn't really paying attention. I was really mainly concerned with these guys. And I lost my artillery again, but these Panzer Grenadiers are here, and I'll just man it again. Retreat this guy and get him regrouped up and reinforced. I think another big tactic to use is if you take out one of their weapon crews, like, make it one of your higher priorities to man there, because it's free. It's absolutely free. You know, I believe an anti-tank crew, the Pack 70 or 34, I believe, is 360. Yeah, Pack 40 is 360 manpower and 9 population cap, which that still works. Even when you capture it, it takes up population. Yes. To reinforce these guys, it only takes 45. So 3 times 45, that's pretty easy. 135. Yeah, 135. So compared to their 360 to 135, I'd take that 135. And this is a point where we're just absolutely destroyed. We push in, start destroying their base, and it's basically game over right here. Once again, my flame warpers takes out this squad easily. I told him, you gotta get one of these flame warping these. They're amazing. I just discovered in this game. This is only my third or fourth game. And so I haven't really been able to experiment with them very much, but you know, it's open beta. Just been experimenting. I've played as the Russians twice and the Germans twice. This is my second time playing as the Germans. So yeah, it's been 4 games. I bring in another Panther because, you know, I don't really know why. I didn't really have a use for it other than destroying these buildings. And look at the range on these guys. It's insane. That guy just does the major boom wall. Another problem I see is that when someone dies, they'll just run off the screen. They'll just run until they get off the screen. They'll just go away. So, like I said, it's just open beta. It's just still beta. I'm sure that they'll have that fixed the full game. Another one of these guys. I'm sure they'll have all these kinks worked out when they release the full game. June 25th is when it comes out on Steam. Of course, I or else it wouldn't happen. I don't think you have to pre-order the game to receive this open beta. I think you can just go into your library and find it and download the open beta. Because after all, it is an open beta. And now they're definitely screwed because 4 squads, 5 squads make that. 4 squads of Panzer Grenadiers, an Engineer squad, and another micromanagement. Oh wait, no, I retreated that guy. I just lost that. And he dropped the Panzer Strike. So I got my 2 Panthers coming up here. My friend has already been destroying quite a bit of things. I'm trying to think of this. But anti-infantry on this system, it's not the highest anti-infantry unit that you'd want. Like if you got infantry, I wouldn't get a Panther, but it can defend against its own take out infantry. They've upgraded the Panther quite a bit. It's a little bit more powerful than from the first version. And so yeah, I think I'm just gonna call this game right here. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe this video for more videos of Company Force 2. If you like, you can send me a personal message and I'll play you or play with you on Company Force 2. Thanks.